Let us dive into the fascinating history of architecture in New York, a city that has like a living museum, showcasing styles from every era, from the cobblestone streets of old New York to the towering skyscrapers that define its skyline today. Each building tells a story, a piece of a larger puzzle that is the ever-evolving cityscape, the dawn of New York architecture. Our journey begins in the 1600s, when New York was a Dutch colony known as New Amsterdam. Picture it as MALL. Sturdy homes with steep roofs and brick facades, dotting the landscape, a stark contrast to the skyscrapers we know today. These early structures were practical, built to withstand the elements, and deeply influenced by Dutch architectural styles. As the city transitioned to English rule and became New York, Georgian and federal styles began to emerge, reflecting the architectural trends of England. Imagine walking through the city in the late 1700s and early 1800s, seeing elegant brick townhouses with their symmetric facades and refined detailing. This was a time of rapid growth and transformation, laying the groundwork for the architectural diversity that would come to define the city. Fast forward to THAMID-19th century, and New York as architecture took another turn with the introduction of the Gothic Revival and Italianate styles. These weren't just homes or buildings, they were statements of wealth and culture, with their ornate decorations, towering spires and intricate stonework. It was a period of extravagance, a reflection of the city as burgeoning status, as a cultural and economic hub. But as we all see, this was just the beginning. New York was on the brink of an architectural revolution, one that would propel it into the modern age and cement its status as one of the world's great metropolises. Stay tuned as we explore the rise of skyscrapers and the modern marvels that shape New York City today. So there you have it, a sneak peek into the early days of New York as architectural history, from humble Dutch cottages to grand Victorian mansions. Each style has contributed to the city's unique architectural tapestry. It has a history marked by change and innovation, where the past and present merge to create something truly extraordinary, the skyscraper revolution. Now, let us step into the late 19th and earlier 20th centuries, a pivotal era that witnessed the birth of the skyscraper, forever changing New York as a skyline. This was the age of skill and ambition, where architects and engineers pushed the boundaries of what was possible, reaching for the sky in a literal sense. The first to claim the title of skyscraper was the tower building erected in 1889. While it might seem modest by today's standards, standing at only 11 stories tall, it was a marvel of its time. It introduced the world to the potential of steel frame construction, paving the way for future giants. Then came the iconic Flatiron building in 1902, with its distinctive triangular shape that became an instant symbol of New York as architectural ingenuity. But this was just a prelude to the skyscraper boom that would define the city in the 20th century. The 1910s and 1920s saw a race to the sky, culminating in the construction of the Chrysler building in 1930, with its gleaming Art Deco spire. It epitomized the glamour and optimism of the era, briefly holding the title of the world's tallest building until the Empire State Building stole the crown a year later. The Empire State Building, standing at a staggering 102 stories, was more than just a building. It was a statement of hope and resilience. During the Great Depression, it embodied the spirit of New York, ambitious and unafraid to dream big. These early skyscrapers were not just feats of engineering. They were symbols of New York as emerging identity as a global powerhouse. They reflected the city's economic growth, its cultural aspirations, and its relentless pursuit of innovation. As we moved through the 20th century, these towering structures would come to define not just the city as a skyline, but its soul. Stay tuned as we explore how the Great Depression and World War II influenced the city as architecture, leading to a new era of design and innovation. Continuing our architectural journey through New York, we enter the early 20th century, a period marked by unparalleled innovation and the birth of the skyscraper, a symbol of New York as ambition and sky-high aspirations. This era transformed the city as a skyline and how the world perceived urban living and architecture. The age of skyscrapers and the modern metropolis. The early 1900s were a time of rapid technological advancements and economic growth, setting the stage for the rise of the skyscraper. The introduction of steel frame construction and the invention of the safety elevator made it possible to build higher than ever before. New York as architects and builders were quick to embrace these innovations, pushing the boundaries of design and engineering. The Flatiron Building, completed in 1902, is a perfect example. With its distinctive triangular shape and towering height, it became an instant icon of New York City. But it was just the beginning. The Woolworths Building, completed in 1913, soared even higher into the sky. Dubbed the Cathedral of Commerce, it exemplified the Gothic Revival style adapted for the modern age, blending historical elegance with technological achievement. But perhaps no building captures the spirit of this era better than the Empire State Building, completed in 1931 during the Great Depression. It stood as a testament to New York as indomitable spirit. It was the world's tallest building at the time, and its Art Deco design captured the imagination of a nation, becoming a symbol of hope and resilience. This era wasn't just about building up, it was about reimagining the urban landscape. Architects like Frank Lloyd Wright challenged traditional notions of space and function, introducing designs that were ahead of their time. The Guggenheim Museum, with its unique spiral structure, broke from conventional museum design, creating an immersive experience that revolutionized the art world. The early 20th century was a time of bold experimentation and visionary thinking in New York as architectural history. It set the stage for the modern city we know today, a place of endless innovation and architectural diversity. As we look around the New York City of now, with its blend of historical landmarks and sleek modern towers, we see the legacy of this transformative era, a testament to the city as ever-evolving skyline. The sky as the limit, birth of the skyscraper. Now, let us fast forward to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a pivotal era that transformed New York's skyline dramatically. This period heralded the birth of the skyscraper, a symbol of progress and ambition that would come to define not just New York, but urban landscapes around the world. The invention of the steel frame and the elevator meant buildings could reach unprecedented heights, and New York led the charge. The first of these giants, the Woolworths Building, soared into the sky in 1913, standing as the tallest building in the world. At the time, with its neo-Gothic spires and stunning terracotta facade, it wasn't just a building. It was a statement of wealth and power. It represented a new era of architectural innovation and the American dream of reaching for the stars. As the decades rolled on, the race to touch the sky only intensified. The Chrysler Building, with its iconic Art Deco spire, and the Empire State Building, a marvel of its time, both pushed the boundaries of engineering and design. They were more than buildings. They were symbols of hope and resilience. During the Great Depression, towering beacons that told the world New York wouldn't be kept down. THEMID-20th century saw the rise of modernism, a shift towards simplicity and functionality. The United Nations headquarters and the Seagram building reflected this new aesthetic, prioritizing clean lines and the innovative use of materials. These structures weren't just places of work, or habitation artworks, reflections of a city constantly in flux, and looking towards the future. And yet, for all their majesty, these skyscrapers also sparked debates about urban planning and the soul of the city. The construction of the World Trade Center in the 1970s, for instance, was a technical achievement, but it also raised questions about the impact of such giants on the city as fabric and the lives of its inhabitants. The story of New York as architecture is one of ambition and innovation, a constant pushing of boundaries. It has a narrative that reflects the city as a living spirit, a testament to its status as a crucible of architectural experimentation. In the next section, we will explore how this spirit continues to shape New York as it steps into the 21st century and beyond.